the first round. Second round, I wanted to go and get Brandon Boykin from Georgia. He went to Philly. Third round, I wanted to get a quarterback, something like Nick Foles to back up Aaron Rodgers. Philly took that.
I see a trend here,
Salty. Yeah, Philly. Where's Catrilla? Oh, he's not here. He's watching the Flyers.
It'd be hard to spot out there anyway.
So, but yeah, it was nowhere near anything I wanted, and I looked at it, and I mean, it was offensive line and defense pretty much. Other than that, quarterback from Chattanooga. High hopes.
Right there. Alex, what did you think about the Steelers?
I know Salty's unhappy with his team. I'm happy with mine. I'm sure you feel the same way, Dom. I think it's value early on with guys like the Castro and Mike Adams. So I'm not entirely sold on Adams, but we'll see what happens. I think the talent's there, and then versatile kids in the background. Chris Rainey, the running back out of Florida. You can do so much with him. That's going to be really fun to play around with. And some of the other later round guys like Kelvin Beachum, he can play tackle, he can play guard. I love this draft.
Yeah, we draft well
always
every year.
Yeah.
I mean, we reload. We reload guys. The guys get experience. I mean, the Steelers, we stick to the Steeler tradition. We're going to draft Steelers people who are going to fit in our program. We're not going to jump and reach for this guy just because he's on the board. We're going to stick to our forte, and that has gotten to us the most. We've been to the most Super Bowl appearances.
The Castro, the player you see on the screen right now, he's going to be a plug-and-play guard for the next 10 years, and that's awesome to get.
They're saying he's the next Alan Faneca. If that works out, him and Pouncey's just going to coax him and groom him to get on his level. Our line, Ben Roethlisberger is very happy
man.
Right
As far as Mike Adams, I want to go back. I think he's going to be all right with Mike Adams. I think he can fill in for that Gilbert dude you guys had at tackle. I think he's going to be a good. I think he's going to be a good replacement. I mean, it was at my friend Buggy who kept ranting about Gilbert not being good.
Yeah.
Then he got his wish and getting Mike Adams.
Yeah, he did.
I think Mike Adams is probably going to pan out better.
I hope so.
Than what Gilbert has.
All right, we're going to send it to our next commercial break. Oh, we got lost in all that draft talk. We're going to send it to our next commercial break. Coming back, we got some NBA talk, so stay tuned. If you touch that remote, I'm going to come find you. Welcome back to Off the Bench. Let's jump into some NBA talk, guys. Rajon Rondo in the game. You've seen the footage. He bumped the ref after he thought it should be a jump ball type of call. He threw a ball at a ref a couple weeks ago and got suspended for it. Now he chest bumps this guy. In my opinion, if you look close at the footage, now his foot, he did trip over him, but the second part, if he could have just went with that, he wouldn't have got suspended. But he definitely deliberately gave the little bump, as you'll see here shortly. What are your opinion on this? Is the one-game suspension fair punishment?
Yeah, it's fair. And, we talked about this before whenever he had the incident you referenced about him throwing the ball. There are certain things you don't do, and one of them is bump the official. It wasn't malicious, no.
Exactly.
But you still can't touch him. Yeah, but you can't touch him, and that's going to hurt your team. I know you're angry, but you can't make contact with the official, and he did. He shouldn't be surprised by the punishment.
Nick, what do you think about this as you're watching it? Did he deserve it? As you see, he kind of trips over the ref's foot.
But still, don't even go anywhere near the official. When you're mad, going near the official is
But that's his only little bit of argument. After his post-game interview, it's like I kind of tripped over him, and then my momentum carried me.
Yeah, come on. It's like the physics over here. You weren't sprinting. You were walking. Yeah.
Nick.
I'm referring back to Delman Young. You should have more respect, let alone common sense, than to do something like that. I don't think it was fair enough. Let me rephrase that. I don't think it was severe enough.
Okay.
I mean, I would have suspended him at least the rest of that series.
Oh, wow. Okay.
At least the rest of the series.
Second offender.
Yeah, and that's your second offense, especially in the NBA. Come on, David Stern. I don't care if it's the playoffs. You don't lighten up on people in the playoffs. You lay it on heavier if people are going to be that dumb in the playoffs.
Yeah, like I said, it was a touchy call, but Rondo, you knew what you were doing. Don't try to bluff it off and act like you didn't bump him, man.
Yeah.
You deserve that one game. Sticking with the Celtics now, they dropped that game. Are they in trouble now with the Hawks?
I think they are, with Rondo being at Game 2 tonight. I think they're going to be in trouble. If they drop this one, which is certainly possible, without Rondo being the center point of that team, if they get into a 2-0 hole, I don't care who you're playing. In a team like the Hawks, let's give them some credit here. They're going to be in trouble.
Underrated team.
Yeah, which is crazy because I was just talking about the Celtics being so great and on the rise, and then to see this happen, it's surprising.
Nick, are they in trouble now with Rondo being out in Game 2? Can they still come back and win this series?
The Celtics lose due to history. Ooh. Atlanta, as a lower seed, when's the last time they lost a first round?
True.
Okay. My point exactly. They have beat, I believe, the past 3 or 4 seasons, whenever they've been in the playoffs, as a lower seed, they've won their first round. So Boston, dunzo.
Yeah, it's still early, but this game too, that's a big loss. I mean, he fuels that whole team. He's averaging how many assists a game.
Right.
People feed off of him. He's getting other people involved in the game. I don't know if Ray Allen is back yet.
I don't think he is.
He was out of game 1. So with these key players out, will Garnett and Pierce be enough to get them over the hump in game 2 till Rondo gets back? We'll see. We shall see. Moving on to another series, the Clippers. They had a historic comeback. They were down by like 20-something points.
Yeah, 21 in the fourth.
People tuned out of the game. They turned the channel, come back against the Grizzlies, which this is a great series. This is one of my favorite series right now. So who wins this one? After a climatic thing, they were able to come back and win. Who wins this series?
You know, give credit to the Clippers for that crazy comeback win. And they're the easy pick right now. I'm still going to go with the Grizzlies. Just I think they're the better team. I think the Clippers are a little flashier throughout the year, but I think the Grizzlies with a player like Marc Gasol and the supporting cast around them, they still had a great regular season. Let's not forget that. But it's going to be fun to watch, like you said, Dom. It's going to be really exciting.
Nick, what do you think? Who wins this series?
I'm giving it to the Clippers. Blake Griffin and Chris Paul. As much as I don't like Blake Griffin, the guy is good on the court. And, Chris Paul is Chris Paul. So, I think they at least win this
They have
series.
a lot of talent on that team.
They do.
It didn't always translate in the regular season. They were, what, a 6
But when you look at their roster, they look so good on paper. It's like, how aren't you seated higher? But they were.
Yeah, I just wonder, going back to a couple months ago, if they select Chauncey Billups, how much better they would be.
It's always going to be that what if. And then when they get knocked out, it's going to be like, what if Chauncey was there? I think he could have gave them that extra. Not only that captain status, but he's been in these type of things. When he was with the Pistons, he's been in situations like this. So many champions. So he understands. So that was definitely a big loss for them. Now the Knicks, who are facing up against the Miami Heat. I don't know. We're going to get more into this later, but let's jump into this right now. The Knicks lose game 1 by 30. They lose again last night. Will they even squeak out one win in this series?
I can't see it happening, Dom. It's just they're simply overmatched. Carmelo can't take on the trio of James, Bosh, and Wade. It's just not going to happen. The Knicks are not showing anything, and it's crazy.
Chandler had the flu. He wasn't playing up to par. Amari Stoudemire, I don't know
and a
what
team
he's doing.
that had done so well under new coach Mike Woodson. I think they finished the regular season like 18-6 with him at the helm. But again, the Heat just too talented.
Without Amari Stoudemire, Carmelo does way better. I think the Knicks were their record was way more positive without them. And Nick, what do you think? Will the Knicks even get a win in this series?
No, they're going to get swept. The only way they don't is if Linsanity comes back.
Which I don't know why he's still not back.
It's just a knee.
If I remember correctly, I heard people talking that they said if the Knicks went on to move on to the semifinals, he was coming back.
The chemistry would be off all
But honestly, what they should do is if they go down 3-0, you bring back Linsanity. What's the worst case scenario? You're going to lose again like you did the last 3 games? So...
I don't think they'll get a win. They may get one win. I don't even know.
You're just being kind at this point.
You may get one on the strength of being in New York, blah, 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 Madison Square Garden, Carmelo rising to the occasion. But the way LeBron James and D-Wade are playing right now, they both had 20-something points last night. They're playing off the Richter. So I don't think the Knicks have a shot. We're going to shoot it to our final commercial break. Coming back, we will have the wrap-up. Welcome back, guys. Let's quickly get to this highlight of the week.
Matt Cannader like this one. Bryce Harper's debut last week had a stand-up double in his first at bat and a sac fly. 19 years old. Wow. All I can say.
I did get to see that.
Just the NFL draft in general. It's a highlight in itself.
Yeah.
Mine was the Kevin Durant game winner over Dallas in Game 1. Oh man moment.
I know you had this one, but we can both do it because it's that bad. Amari Stoudemire after the loss punches a fire extinguisher. He's out in Game 3.
Man doesn't even sum it up.
Yeah.
Right
Need to create a new.
Dude, you're getting paid thousands, millions of dollars to play the game. You could have kicked something, threw a towel, anything.
Or just figure out how to play better instead of punching
glass.
Yeah.
He didn't even want to play. That shows you what type of mentality he has right there.
Yeah.
Nick.
My opinion, Green Bay's draft.
Still on that.
Oh man.
All right, well, let's not even give us something to watch for. This will be my last episode on Off the Bench. This is really your last time on TV.
My last time on TV.
Alex will be stepping up, being the host next year, taking over the reins, filling these big shoes. And
good man.
Any final words, Nick?
There is something I kind of wanted to do. This is my
do you want to leave you last?
This is my last sports-affiliated airtime. And like amateur wrestlers do, whenever they're done, they leave their shoes on the mat. So I'm known to wear these all the time. So the sun is finally setting.
Take them
on the table.
And while he's doing that, I just want to thank you guys for letting me come into your dorm room, living room, wherever you watch me at, computer, whatever, every Tuesday. I loved it. Loved being on Off the Bench. Appreciate it. And I'm going to be sad to go. But I know Alex will carry the reins and do what he got to do to continue the success of Off the Bench. Final words, man.
You know, I just want to thank both of you guys so much for, you know, a freshman just taking a chance to make me a co-host, to have me, you know, help out with remotes, and now I'm filling your shoes as a remote coordinator. I really appreciate it. I really do.
And I know you'll do a good job because he's taking over OTB and also the remote coordinator. So big shoes to fill. And just look for me. You will see me again one day. And remember, Clarion, get off the bench and get in the game, all right?